Hi my lovelies and welcome back to my channel. My name is Amy and I am a cruelty-free makeup enthusiast and blogger. So today we're going to do a subdivision of my collection. I have face palettes here, I have bronzers, contour, and then blush, and then I also have some setting sprays. So I did want to do this collection and a declutter just because I like to keep things, a little bit more manageable, that I can try and play with the things that I really do love and then pass things on that need a good home. So just a few disclaimers, because I do this as a side hustle. I do have a fairly larger collection, so please do not be offended by how large my collection is. Two, please do not be offended if I declutter any of your favorite products. Most of these products I actually very well like, and it's just that I have too much, so I can't get to everything. And then the last disclaimer is to please not ask me to send you any of these products. I will be passing these along to friends and family, and a few things that I've purchased with my own money may be up on my Poshmark. So that link to my Poshmark is down below in the description. So let's just get started. I'm going to move slightly over here to kind of my face palette section. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and then I'll just get started on these palettes here. So this is my Anastasia Glow Kit. This is the Sugar Glow Kit, and these are the beautiful shades in here. I really like this. As you can see, I've really dipped into these. When I do makeup on friends and family, this is something that I always turn to. So for that reason, I'm definitely going to hold on to this. I'm going to hold on to my Anastasia Moonchild Glow Kit as well. This is the one where I have all my fun colored highlighters. So this is really the palette that I have all the different colors I need if I want a more colorful highlighter. So I am going to hold on to this, although it is getting a bit older, but I really do like this. I have my e.l.f. Glow Gleam Beam palette. This is a bit newer to my collection. I got it back in, I want to say, the springtime. There's a nice variation here of gold, and then you have rose gold, and then a bit more of bronze. There's also a glitter shade in here, which makes it unique. I'm going to hold on to this because the formula for this is actually really, really nice, and it's a great option from the drugstore. I do have my CoverGirl. This is the True Blend Super Stunner palette. These highlighters are actually really buttery and smooth, and I like these a lot. But because I'm holding on to the e.l.f. palette and the Sugar Glow Kit, there's just too many similarities, so I am going to pass this one on. Then I have my Too Faced Natural Face Palette. This is a really beautiful product. I love the packaging of this. It smells so good. So you get the two bronzers in here, the two blushes, and the two highlighters. I do have to say, I really like using this when I travel. I find myself turning to this a lot, but because I have so many palettes, I actually think I'm okay with decluttering this one. So this one I'm going to pass along to someone who will love it. This is a great product, but unfortunately it's not very great for people with deeper melanin. I do want to mention that. It's more like, fair to medium skin tone friendly, I think. Again, really beautiful, but it needs to kind of move along so I can focus on my other products. If you can hear a dog barking, that's our neighbor's doggy. This is my Profusion Highlight and Contour palette. This is a really beautiful palette that I got from Profusion, and you have the three highlighters here, and then you have more of like the cream light, the light sculpt, and the tan sculpt. So this is a little bit newer to my collection. They do have the Contour Palette 1, which I have, which is more for lighter skin tones, and then there's a second one for deeper skin tones. I haven't played with this enough, but I do like Profusion's formula, so I'm going to hold on to this for a bit longer, test it out, see how I like it. So this is the Ace Beauté Bronzed in Paradise. I do not need this many bronzers, but I find that I actually really enjoy the formula on this, and I've gotten a lot of use out of it. So I'm going to hold on to this one for now. Then this, oh my gosh, this is my favorite contour palette of all time. If you only need one contour palette, this is the one to get. They also have one for deeper skin tones as well. This is the Lunatic Cosmetic Labs Pro Contour Palette Volume 1. I love this, how it looks like a book. It reminds me of Hocus Pocus. And then these are the shades in here. So you have the cool tones at the top, the blushes across the center, and then the warmer tones at the bottom. Since Halloween is coming up, I'm definitely holding on to this, going to continue using it. It is getting a bit older in my collection, so I want to use this up a lot more and then eventually repurchase a new one in the future. So this is my Pacifica. This is the Light and Radiance powders. This was really nice. You have the rose gold, the glimmer shimmer, the matte bronzer, and then the sunset matte blush. These are really quite stunning, but I don't use them as much as I used to, so for that reason I'm going to pass this along. So this is the Jouer Bouquet d'Amour blush palette. This is so beautiful. I love this. When this came out, I remember seeing this and wanting to buy it immediately. You just get this really nice variation of blushes. Again, when I do makeup on other people, this is something that I reach for, so I'm definitely holding on to this one. This is my Aether Beauty. This is the Crystal Charged Cheek palette in Ruby. These are really beautiful shades, but I think they're just a bit too deep for my skin tone. I enjoyed using it, but I just found that they were a little overly pigmented for my taste. So for that reason, I'm going to pass this along. Aether has some really great, like, clean formulas as well. This is my KVD Blush Crush on Blush. This one is in Gamma Ray and Nova, so this is more of a duo. It's a highlighter and blush. This is really pretty. I like the highlighter in this. It is a bit more glittery, but I kind of like the effect that it gives. I do have some KVD blushes, and one of the shades is very similar, but I really like this highlight. So let me see, because I may just depot the highlighter and hold on to it. But you know, for now, I'm just going to hold on to the whole thing, and then probably at the end of the year, let's see how much I actually use it, and then I'll hold on to it if I still use it as much as I say I want to. We have a blush lighter palette. This is from Beauty Bakery. This is so cute. These are all inspired by drinks. I love how you have these kind of deeper, more neutral shades, and then you have the pinker ones at the top, and they're really, really beautiful. They give you that blush and highlighting effect, and I just think they're very versatile, and they show up on all different skin tones, so I'm definitely holding on to this one. So let's move on to the bronzers. You know what? Bronzers, I've learned I just don't need that many because they take forever to go through. I can actually show you in some of my singles here. I'll show you those. I do have, this is my butter bronzer from Physicians Formula, and as you can see, it has the biggest dent in it, and this took me like over a year to hit this much pan, and just constant use daily. So I'm definitely holding on to this because I really want to just finish this thing up, but this is taking me forever to get this kind of pan on this product. So we're holding on to this one. Another one that I've depotted in my Z palette here. This one is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Amazonian Clay Bronzer, and as you can see, I've used this a lot too. This has a big dip in it. You could kind of see like the metal lines in it. I don't know what all those dots are on the product. I don't know if it's just oxygen has gotten to it, but it still works just fine. I'm definitely holding on to this one because this one's the next one that I'm definitely going to hit pan in. I think, you know, maybe 10 to 20 more uses, and I'll definitely have a good size pan going. Another bronzer that's in here, it's a little too kind of pinkishy red for my liking. This one is the Root Bronzer in Maya. I tend to use this more as an eyeshadow, but to be honest with you, I haven't touched this thing in over a year. So I'm going to get rid of this actually. So we're going to declutter this one. And then the other one in my magnetic palette. This is a bronzer that I never touch, but this is the Cabo bronzer from Clove and Hollow, and this is actually a really nice, more cool toned bronzer. Those are the ones that I tend to reach for. I haven't used this in so long either. Do I hold on to it? I really like Clove and Hollow stuff, but I have so many other bronzers. I'm going to declutter this one too. Continuing on with the bronzers, this is my Cover FX. This is the monochromatic bronzer duo in Sun-Kissed Bronze. This is a beautiful bronzer. I love the formula on these. I like that you have the duo. You have the matte and then the shimmer. Cover FX has really great products, again, because it just takes me so long to go through bronzer and I don't need so much. I'm going to declutter this one as well. So here's a shimmery bronzer. This is from TwoFace. This is their Natural Lust bronzer. This is probably one of the prettiest packaging I think I've ever seen. I love the little peacock and the flowers and the bird on it. So cute. This is really beautiful too, the embossing. So I actually really like this bronzer. I get a lot of use out of this as well. I think it's beautiful, especially during the summertime. So I am still going to hold on to this one. Alright, so here is a cream bronzer. This is the Tarte Breezy Cream Bronzer in Seychelles. This is another really good bronzing product. It comes with a beautiful brush too that I loved applying this with. But again, you'll see I have kind of more two creamier bronzers that I think I want to hold on to my collection. I just don't feel like I'll get use out of this one in time, so I'd rather pass it along to someone who will enjoy it. So I'm going to pass this along as well. Milani, this is one of my favorite bronzers from the drugstore. This one has definitely replaced my love for the butter bronzer. So this is the Silky Matte Sunlight bronzing powder. Oh, this one's so good. It looks like I've barely even touched it, but I've actually used it quite a few times. This is a really affordable, great bronzer. I highly recommend it. So silky. Here's another bronzer from the drugstore that I think is excellent. This is the e.l.f. I think it's called the Primer Infused, and the shade is Forever Sun-Kissed. This one goes on like a dream. So beautiful. Another one that I highly recommend. So I'm going to hold on to this one as well. So this is the Bare Minerals bronzer. I got this as a sample. This is in the shade Warmth. This is their Endless Summer bronzer. I haven't even tried this. This one looks a bit darker than some of my other bronzers. I do want to try it out. I could probably depot this and put this in my magnetic palette. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I definitely want to try this. So I'm going to hold on. And I think I'm going to hold on to the little Beauty Crop one too. This is the Sardinia Sand Bronzer. This is a really nice, lovely bronzer, easy to blend, a bit more on the powdery side, but I find that the powderiness of it actually helps it blend. So if I can depot this one and get it in my, my magnetic palette, I'm going to do that as well. Then I have all my sticks here. So this one is my Well People Bio Bronzer Stick. This is in the shade... what is this? Natural Tan. I have just a little bit left, so I'm almost done with it. This thing I've had for so long, and I just keep holding on to it because I just want to finish this thing up, but I am going to hold on to this one because I've had it for like longer than I want to say, but I'm so close to being done, and I keep putting it like in my monthly rotation, and then I only use it a couple times a month. So I have to force myself to finally finish this up this fall. That is definitely a goal of mine. And then I have two more contour sticks here. These are both really good products. This one I'm definitely not getting rid of. This is the Uoma Double Take Sculpt and Strobe. I did show you guys the highlighter, in my last like highlighting collection video, but the strobe contour stick in this is so good. This formula is so silky and effortless. It blends out great. Definitely holding on to this one. And because I'm holding on to that one and the other one, this is the ABH. This is their Fawn Stick Foundation Contour Stick. This is another really great contour product, but because I have several other contour products, I don't need this one. And again, I don't want it to go bad. I'd rather have someone who enjoys it pick this one up. So I'm going to pass this along to a friend. So I'm going to declutter that. I do want to go back to some things that I showed you in my previous video for highlighters. I did decide to declutter the Dominique Cosmetics. This is the Golden Dew all over skin enhancer. It just doesn't do enough for me. And then I'm also going to declutter the Hourglass. This is the Vanish Gold Flash. Again, really beautiful, but I just find myself not, like, I just have too many highlighters and sticks and things like that. So I'm going to pass this on as well. Let's move on over here to the blushes. Okay, so let me show you what's in my magnetic palette here, because I do have a couple. This is one of my favorite blushes. This is from Pacifica. This is the Camilla blush. It's a beautiful light neutral pink. I've hit pan on it, as you can see, so I'm going to continue using this until I use it up. Another blush that I absolutely love, this is an Instain blush from The Balm. This one is in Houndstooth. This one's like a really beautiful, kind of deeper mauve shade. And as you can see, I've used it quite a bit. I would really love to eventually hit pan on this product as well, just because I like it so much. So, ooh, I almost dropped it there. Yeah, holding on to this one. I have two Tarte blushes. So this one is in Risque, which is another one that I absolutely adore. And then I have Blushing Bride, which is a much prettier, like kind of deeper for the winter time that I like. I remember watching Coffee Break with Danny years ago, and she was talking about her blush products that she loves from Tarte, and she's like, I use this one in the spring and summer and this one in the fall and winter, and ever since I've been doing the same thing. So I really love these Amazonian clay blushes, so definitely holding on to these. Okay, let's jump over to these. So these are my KVD blushes. These are like the little flower pot blushes. These are so beautiful. These aren't going anywhere. This is in the shade Foxglove. Again, a nice kind of neutrally pink. Absolutely love this formula. This is the deepest blush I think I have in my collection. This is Snapdragon. Oh, it's just so beautiful for the winter time. It's like a really deep wine shade. So pretty. I have to stop myself from actually buying more of those blushes because I like the formula so much. I'll definitely hold on to these two Cover FX ones as well. This one is Pink Dahlia. Again, monochromatic, the duo side with the matte and the shimmer that are great to mix together. And then this one is the Soft Peach, which is my preferred one. Really beautiful again. So this Pixi Glow, I have to say, these remind me of the Kevyn Aucoin blushes. I guess you could, in theory, do like the lighter, ooh, if I could open it, like do a highlighter kind of bronze and blush. I was using it as a blush, just mixing it all together. I haven't used this thing in so long, and it's actually kind of expensive for what it is, but I'm going to pass this on. I definitely don't need it anymore. This is a blush stick. This is in the shade Dash Zero. This is from Colourpop, and I like these. These are really smooth. I think I'm going to hold on to this for a little bit longer. This one's like more of a neutrally kind of peach shade. So the formula's pretty decent. It's not my favorite, but I like it. This came in a limited edition set with a highlighter, so I'm going to hold on to it for now. These three CoverGirl Clean Fresh cream blushes. These are nice. They're not the best cream blushes I've tried, but the formula is very pretty. I think I'm going to hold on to Butterflies. This one's more of like a deeper nude with shimmer in it. I think I'm going to pass on Flushed and Ripe and Ready. Oh, this breaks my heart. I wish TwoFace still kept these around. I think they've discontinued these and there's only like 2 or 3 left. This is the Love Flush and I Will Always Love You. This is a really beautiful kind of deeper coral shade. I love the little bunnies on it. Ugh. TwoFace just so dumb for getting rid of these. I also love the packaging because it reminds me of Polly Pockets, but these just blend so nicely and I'm definitely holding on to this one. So let's see. This one is a Bare Minerals Gen Nude powder blush. This is in Call My Blush. Again, another sample that I got from Bare Minerals. I would like to give this a try because I haven't tried it yet. So for that reason, I'm going to hold on to it. These are really great blushes that I recommend from the drugstore. These are the e.l.f. Primer Infused Blushes. This one is always fiery. This one is a fiery red-orange. So this one's like one of those really pretty rouge kind of shades that I don't have in my collection, that I really like this one for the fall and winter time. And then this one's always rosy. This one's more of that kind of mid-toned pink that I tend to gravitate towards. So I'm holding on to both of these. The formula for these are both really silky and smooth, and they're really affordable. I have a Lime Crime blush. This is the software blush in Gigabyte BB. This is more of like a cream blush, and I've never really liked the way that this is applied, so I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to pass this one on. Here's a really beautiful blush from Ofra. I like using this in the summertime. I'm actually still using it in September. This is just a really pretty light, bright coral with a bit of peach in it. I love the imprint on it. It blends really nicely, so I'm going to hold on to this one. Love that. My Milani Baked Blush. Again, Milani has some really wonderful blush formulas. This is in the shade Luminoso. I absolutely love this thing. This is that traditional peach, an OG, really highly rated formula, and it's worth the hype. So if you can get your hands on this, definitely recommend this one. Holding on to it. This is such an interesting blush. This is from Clove and Hollow. This is the Hydra tint in Nakey. It looks like nail polish, but it's actually a blush. So I'm going to show you how. So see how interesting that is? It really looks like nail polish, but it's a blush. This one is kind of like a mid-toned nude. It's not really, it's more like kind of between pink and brownish, and I really like it. So I'm going to hold on to this. It's super silky on the skin. I have a cream product here. This is from Witwell Defee, and this is the Lovesick Inner Glow Pigment. I love how deep this is. Again, really pretty. I like to use this on the lips, the eyes, the cheeks. So it's a really great versatile product that, as you can see, I've used a ton out of. So I'm definitely holding on to this. They have a really good formula, like a cleaner formula as well. Another blush that I remember being so excited because I got this at TJ Maxx and I wanted this for years when this first came out. This is from Becca. This is their Luminous Blush in Snapdragon, and I love this beautiful kind of, it's like a pinky, peachy, shimmery, but a little bit deeper. It reminds me of Nars's Orgasm, and it's just such a beautiful blush. It blends so beautifully, and I have not regretted purchasing this thing. So I remember when I found it at TJ Maxx, I was so excited because I had wanted this for so long. So I'm going to hold on to this one as well. I have two liquid blushes from Milani. These are really beautiful blushes. There's, let's see, this one is Rose Romance, which is more of like a lighter pink, and then we have Wine Glow, that's like a deep Merlot. I'm going to hold on to both of these for now because I really like these. These just blend out so easily again, and that's what I really look for in blushes. And the formula is great. They're infused with fruit, which I really like. So I'm going to hold on to both of these. This is the TwoFace Fruit Cocktail Blush Duo in Berries and Bubbly. When I first got my hands on this, I absolutely loved it. Actually, it smells so good. I love the little like drink on here too. And I like that it has the shimmery side and the blush side. But to be honest with you, because I have so many other kind of matte and highlighty type duo blushes, I'm going to finally declutter this one. The formula is completely fine on this, but I just find that I like my Cover FX ones better. This CoverGirl Cheekers blush, this one is in, what shade is this? Oh goodness gracious. I want to say it's like a plum something, but I don't really use this. I just remember when CoverGirl first became cruelty-free, I went out and bought a bunch of stuff because I was so excited. But for now, I'm just going to pass this on because I'm just not using it. All right, so these are my PYT blushes. These I have received in PR. I'm definitely holding on to them because I really like them. This one is Head Rush, which is a beautiful kind of neutral shimmery shade. And then I also have, this one's like the really light pale pink and Exhale. This one's really pretty too for just like more of a neutral, natural day. So I'm definitely going to hold on to both of these. Okay, so I used to have both of the Colourpop Pretty Guardian blushes. One was called, I think it was called From the Moon, and it was really, really bright pink. It was like way too bright for me. But this one, I love Sailor Moon. As you could see, I have Luna and Artemis here on the bed. So to say I love Sailor Moon is kind of an understatement. So I got rid of the bright pink one, but I really love this one. This one is called Cat's Eye, and this is, again, a more brighter shade with some shimmer in it, and the little Luna that's imprinted on here, which is super cute. So I'm going to hold on to this one. Two last blushes that I have here. To be honest with you, I only have these because they're Disney. So I have the Belle one. This is Enchanted Mirror, and then I have Kissing a Frog, the Tiana one, because I absolutely love Beauty and the Beast. Is one of my favorite movies, and I love The Princess and the Frog so much. So these are the shades that I have. And yes, they're kind of repeat colors in my collection. This one's more of that pink, and then this one's a bit deeper. Honestly, I can't get rid of these right now just for the Disney lover and collector in me, and I don't want to declutter them just for the sake of decluttering, because I just really think they're so beautiful. And the formula is pretty decent. It's not my favorite, but I do like it. But I will be holding on to these. And then the last things I wanted to talk about with you are actually my setting sprays. Okay, so most of my setting sprays, honestly, I've used pretty much, like, I've used a lot of them up. This one is my Tarte Rainforest of the Sea one. This one's a bit more of like a 4-in-1 setting mist. It's really moisturizing and hydrating. There's barely anything left in here, so I'm going to hold on to it till I use it up. Then I have my Pacifica. This is the Cherry Matte Setting Spray. It's an okay setting spray, but as you can see, I think I have like this much left in it, so I'm going to hold on to it till I finish it, but I wouldn't repurchase this again. I didn't really think it did that great of a job mattifying my skin. I have my Smashbox and the Hood Witch Aura Shield. This is more of like a primer water. Like, I would just use this to kind of hydrate the skin before putting on my makeup. I haven't really used this in several months just because in the summertime I tend to be a little bit more oily and kind of already naturally moisturized. So I'm going to try to use this up in the fall. We'll see kind of how that goes, because to be honest, I completely forgot I owned this, but I do like it. So I'm going to hold on to it. This is the KVD Locket. I don't care for this. It was okay. I'm going to pass this on. Ooh, here's a one that I absolutely love. This is my Tatcha, the Satin Skin Mist. So beautiful. This one has the liquid powder in it, and it's great for more like normal to oily skin. It's so luxurious, and it has a little like, can you hear the little thing rattling around? Definitely holding on to this one. Then this is my CoverGirl Outlast Active. This is the Cooling Setting Mist All Day Wear. I don't need this. I don't need another setting spray. But when I do finish up those other two that are pretty much almost done, I feel like this might be my everyday one. I like that it's cooling. I have to use this more because I don't really remember too much about how I felt about it. So for now, I'll hold on to it. Alrighty, so these are all the products that I will be decluttering. I think I did a fairly good job. We did get rid of some products here, and I'm very happy to pass them on to a more loving home. Thank you again for watching, guys. I absolutely love doing decluttering videos because they're so therapeutic to watch, and I love organizing product. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this content. And if you made it this far, comment down a little peach emoji in the comments, because you are sweet as a peach. Thanks so much and have a great day. Till next time. Mwah. Bye.